is going on. Just make sure that the volume is up this time. Yeah, hey guys, hope you're doing well. A very random impromptu live stream once again. Make sure that my watch is on silent. It is. Yeah, all good, all good. Yeah, let's put this a bit further back so you guys can see the table and my charging cable. But yeah, hey guys, what's going on? Hope you're all doing well. Thank you for tuning in. If you decide to tune in live or you're watching after the fact, yeah, hope you guys are doing well. And hope all is good with you. Yeah, we're on Friday, the 15th of March. Yeah, 15th of March. Pretty crazy that we're pretty much no, yeah, got 31 days this month. I was just having to think there. Sorry. Yeah, we're pretty much nearly halfway through the month, which is crazy. We are moving into April, and here in the UK, our clocks go forward on March 31st. So yeah, we're starting to see a bit more sun outside, a bit more kind of light, and a bit more. The weather's starting to warm up. Like today, for example, hasn't been too bad in the UK. I've actually had like this raincoat on, whereas normally you guys have, if you've seen my YouTube videos recently, where I've done like movie reviews, I always have like my thick jacket on because it's been that cold. But yeah, today's a bit nice weather, so all good. Whoever's watching live right now, thank you for watching. Really, really do appreciate it. Come say hello, leave a comment, ask a question, whatever you'd like to do, and give it a thumbs up as well. Really, really appreciate it. Yeah, I'm not too sure how long I'm going to be live tonight. Maybe an hour, hour and a half, maybe maximum. We'll wait and see. I'm probably going to settle down for the evening. And in terms of my plans for tonight, probably going to watch a movie. I think I'm probably going to maybe watch American Pie, like the first one, because it's been a while. Or I'm going to open up that bad boy and watch Belle. I've never seen this, but I got this 4K collector set pretty cheap. Yeah, it was in my Steal of the Century video that's on the channel. That's why I got that. So yeah, I may watch that tonight. I'm not too sure. But whenever I decide to watch this, I am going to do an unboxing video for YouTube. So keep an eye out for that. But the unboxing video will be on Patreon early. Want to join Patreon? Down below description box, links there, or patreon.com/did you see that. But yeah, that's my plans for tonight. Watch a movie, again, either American Pie or Belle. Let me put a poll up actually. I watch tonight. And you guys can maybe vote here. There we go. I think I've got a poll. There we are. But yes, there we go. Before I put a poll up, you guys can choose to vote if you wish to. Again, I'm not too sure which one I'm going to watch tonight. Two complete different movies. But of course, I've seen all of those. It's been a long time. Or I haven't seen this. So definitely intrigued either way. I've got D Movieman in the chat. Hey, D. Hope you're doing well. He says, Hola, compadre. Sorry, D. Glad to see you're in a fairly good mood after your jolly holiday around earlier. Yeah, if you guys don't know what D is talking about, I went to see the movie Drive Away Dolls earlier on. Yeah, it's awful. It's awful. Go check that review out. That's a brand new video on the channel. It says, curious, who's going to claim your waging war against the LGBT community as a result of your rant? Hey, let me make this straight and clear. Firstly, D's only kidding. But also, I've got nothing against anyone of the LGBT community, anything like that. It's nothing wrong. You be yourself, right? As long as you're happy, as long as you love yourself and love someone who else may be in that community, all good. Doesn't bother me in the absolute slightest. But that movie, Drive Away Dolls, doesn't represent that community in a good way at all. Not really at all. And there's great LGBT movies, like for example, Femme, that's on Netflix. I mentioned in my video. Love, Simon is a movie that was like a secret screener back in 2018. When it came on, a lot of people walked out. I sat and actually watched it, and I actually really, really enjoyed it. I definitely do want to check it out again. And I watched a movie the other night called Monster, which was really good, from 2003 with Charlize Theron. So yeah, some great movies in that community, and I think some movies that people should watch and give it a chance to, for sure. But yeah, either way, thanks for the comment, D. Really appreciate it. And again, the poll is live, guys. If you want to vote on the poll, Also, give this stream a thumbs up if you're watching live. It's just up here, the 3 dots, if it's not underneath, and it's just there, and then the thumbs up button. Or if you're after the fact, just smash the thumbs up button, really appreciate it. But yeah, what's everyone up to tonight? What is all your guys' plans? Are we doing anything exciting? Are we having a chilled one? Because yes, I can safely say we are reaching right near the weekend, which is great. Honestly, it really, really is. Today is my first day off of 4 days. Yeah, that's right, 4 days. I've got work again on Tuesday, but not thinking about that right now. Definitely not. I got the days off, gonna enjoy them, gonna make the most of them. So, for example, today, I went to the cinema to see Drive Away Dolls, as you guys may be aware, or if not, the review is live onto the channel. Definitely go check that out. And then I went to the gym. After the gym, I then went and did like a little bit of a grocery shop as well. Did that. I've made some homemade pizzas, so I've just had that before coming live. Did a bit washing up, kind of changed the cat litter and all that kind of stuff. And now I'm here. So it's been a pretty nice and chilled, busy-ish kind of day for me, which is good. I always like to keep myself busy in my free time. So that's why sometimes you guys, and don't get me wrong, not making an excuse here, but if you're like, Mike, you haven't seen X movie, I'll be honest, I don't sit down a lot to watch movies unless it's at the cinema primarily, or like a night like tonight where I will sit down and I will watch a movie. So usually those kind of moments, I get those opportunities. I've got Marvel fan here saying, "Hi Mike, how are you?" Well, hey Marvel fan, hope you're doing well, mate. I haven't heard from you in a while, but I hope you're doing okay. I'm doing good. I am doing good. We've also got Nabila in the chat. So, hey Nabila, I think you're new here. If you are, welcome. Thank you for tuning in. What is your favorite video game? Yeah, great question. I would say for me, if I'm thinking about like childhood, teenage years, and even now into adulthood, I would probably say Ratchet and Clank. Just because I grew up with that. I've played every single one of them except from I think one. I think that's Into the Nexus. I think it is. Back on PS3, because they used to then release them every year, like just cheaply made. Never really put a lot of effort into them at that point in time. But yeah, I've played every single one of them besides that, and I really enjoy them. Simple, easy, fun games, and you don't have to have a really switch your brain on and really delve deep into this world and story. It's a simple, fun, entertaining story and game, right? So yeah, great question, Nabila. Thank you for that one. D says, I enjoyed Love, Simon as well. I was hesitant because high school stories aren't my jam. I can get that. But it's such a feel good, enjoyable movie. Yeah. God's Own Country is probably one of my favorites. It really surprised me. Oh, okay. Well, thank you, D, for the suggestion. God's Own Country. I'll be honest, I've never heard of that one. So yeah, obviously I've never seen, but I've never heard of it in my defense. I will tell you what, D. Let me make a quick note. Yeah, I'll make a quick note if you guys have any good, not even good, but just movie suggestions like that, right? So let me write this down. So, God's Own Country. But yeah, great to hear you, D, that you really enjoyed that God's Own Country one. I'll probably check that out, as it really surprised you, one of your favourites. Yeah, I mean, D, if you love that movie, then, hey, I'm definitely on board to check it out. I'm always, eager to check out brand new movies. For example, recently I watched a movie called Wild Rose with Jessie Buckley, and I remember at the time that was on at the cinema, and I was going to the cinema as well at that point. It would just be advertised like constantly, to the point I was just like, this is not for me. I really don't fancy this at all. But then I watched Wild Rose like a few weeks ago. I think it was on like Channel 4 Plus or Catch Up, I don't know, whatever the streaming service is. And I really, really enjoyed it. And I think it's also because in the last few years, I've really gained an appreciation for country music, which I didn't really have before that time. So to have that appreciation for country and then watching Wild Rose just made me appreciate the movie even more. So yeah, definitely really, really enjoyed that one as well. But awesome to hear that you enjoyed Love, Simon, OD, and you were hesitant as well. Because yeah, I agree with you. I was as well. I've got the viewer Drew here. Hey Drew, hope you're doing well, man. Thanks for tuning in. Again, if you guys are watching live, I think the three dots up here is how you can leave a like if you wish to. Really appreciate it. Helps the channel, of course, or underneath as it normally is when you go like and subscribe and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, hope you're doing well, Drew. Thanks for tuning in. Thank you to any of you guys who's watching live right now. I really appreciate it. Feel free to leave a comment, a chat, a hello, question, whatever you want to do. I've got Nicky as well. Hey Nick, hope you're doing well, man. He says evening night. Back evening Mike. I can't talk, guys. It's been a long day. Evening Mike, back from my holiday now. Awesome, man. I hope you had a great time. I didn't know you were going away, but hope you had a great time. He says, looking forward to getting back into the cinema. Yeah, absolutely, Nick. So Nick's a bit like myself. If you guys aren't subscribed to Nick, by the way, just a quick shout out for Nick. He does a lot of shorts on kind of out there cinema reactions sort of thing. And I know he recently did do a long form video, but a cool guy from the UK, really supportive person as well, really cool person. And I know all you guys are who's been in here already, not saying anything with you guys because you're all great. But I just wanted to quickly shout out Nick because you guys may not be aware of his channel. But yeah, Nick Short Takes, definitely go sub to him, definitely go check him out. He also does longer form reviews on Instagram if you prefer written reviews as well. But yeah, go check out D, go check out Viewer Drew. Marvel Fan doesn't have a YouTube channel. I'm not sure about Nabila. And we've also got the legend Sin in the house. Hey Sin, hope you're doing well. Thanks for tuning in. He says, well, hello. Yeah, hey to you too, Sin. Hope everyone is doing well. Got to get back to audiobook work soon, but we'll hang out for a bit to listen. Sorry to miss the bad movie watch along party. It's not tomorrow, Sin. It's Sunday. Sunday, the bad watch along party. But yeah, I'm good. You're gonna miss the I'm good you're going to miss the watch party. Now, I know D is probably thinking to himself right now, Sin, you've gotten off very lightly because D has... So, just to give a bit of context behind this bad watch along on Sunday. So, on my channel, I've done a series called Turbo Movie Club, right? And I definitely want to bring that back in the future. Whether it's going to be more like bad movie watch-alongs or actually like just like, you know, video portion kind of collaborations, right? So, I recently did a season 2. And for the last episode of season 2, I wanted it to be me and D Movieman talking about Titanic, The Legend Goes On from the year 2000. Now, it's not a movie I've seen. It's got a 1.5 out of 10 on IMDb. So that just goes to tell you straight away like how bad that movie probably is. Now, D has watched the movie. And in fairness, I did say to D, look, I'll watch the movie myself. Film your like video portion, send it over to me and I'll put it into a video. However, I did also give the D option saying like, look, if you want just me and you to watch it or like a watch party, we can organise that. So we were talking the other week on Ryan's channel, Raven O's Fan 89. Go subscribe to him if you're not already. My co-host with a podcast. And we were talking about that and we thought, right, let's do a bad movie watch along. So yes, on Sunday, it's going to be me, D Movieman, Cinematic Tendency, Shark G Reviews, Ryan from Raven O's Fan 89, Jason the Old Millennial and Ryan Swales. We're all going to be live on YouTube watching Titanic The Legend Goes On. And if you guys want to watch along with us, it starts at 7 p.m. UK time. And the movie's also free on YouTube, so you don't have to pay for it. You can watch along with us and watch as we watch this utter train wreck, right? So yes, that's going to be on Sunday. But feel free to join us. Sin will be back on the channel, hopefully, for another bad movie watch along at some point soon. Not too sure what that movie might be. It could be Pan Man. We'll have to wait and see. But got plenty in the arsenal, don't worry, guys. There's a lot of bad movies to watch, for sure. And I know Sin loves spaghetti, man, so it's all good. But yes, Sin, I hope you are doing well. I hope your audiobook is going good as well. And I hope your kind of time out of town is going well as well. D says, what are some of your personal anxieties or personal criticisms of yourself you had to work through as you've grown during your YouTube journey? Yeah, D, that's a fantastic question. I mean, D always has the thought-provoking questions to anyone, not just me, but just to, like, anyone. It's a great question. So I think it's a little bit tough to answer to an extent because I'm always learning. And you guys will have seen that through my YouTube journey. If you go back and watch my first video all the way up to, like, say, my latest ones, the quality is completely different. My confidence has grown since that time. and I have just changed a lot in that time, whether it's on YouTube, personally, just development and growth in yourself, right, as a human being, right? So it's tough to say on that front, but if I'm going to mention some obvious traits I've noticed throughout this time, I would definitely say my confidence, my presentation skills, and put myself in front of the camera. Because what used to happen when I first started YouTube was I was at my parents' house, and at the time, and still go there and stuff. And when I was there, I would have to find a moment where it was quiet. If I was in my room and say someone was like upstairs in a bedroom, I'd be very shy to record just because like them hearing me talk in front of a camera, I got very nervous. As you mentioned, like the anxiety kicked in a little bit, and I thought no. So sometimes I'd sit there for 20 minutes. My notes were already prepped if I take notes, like a director's name, and I would wait until they purposely like went out the space or out the room or went downstairs, and so it was quiet. So again, it was that anxiety and like recording in front of people. So as I've grown on YouTube and as a person as well, I've learned to be able to record, in front of people, like on vlog videos. I've learned to like, record and say like Emma might be in the house or my parents might be in the house. I've done a live stream from there as well. So I've learned a lot through there. And also just the way I speak in a video, and try to avoid a lot of ands, buts, ifs, and all those kind of terms, just to sound more fluid and more concise as someone who's given a review, because you don't want to be stuttering over your words all the time. People will pick that up straight away and not really maybe be a big fan of that, but yeah, so I've learned a lot. There are definitely a few, D, for sure. But great question. Sin says, on second thought, I guess I'm glad I'm missing it, but not glad that I'll be missing hanging out with you all. That's always fun. Yeah, Sin, always love having you on the channel. It's been great to collaborate with you on Z Talks or the Bad Movie Watch Along with like Spaghetti Man, for example. Yeah, like always something like that is fantastic. And Sin's an amazing person as well, guys. If you're not subscribed to Sin's Corner, go check her out. Absolute legend. And also got into the Critics Association, I think, kind of later on last year. So she's been doing a lot of early reviews as well. Sometimes a lot of early reviews than we get over here in the UK. So yeah, definitely keep an eye out for that for movie content wise as well. Definitely a great channel you don't want to miss, for sure. And Sin also says, are you using Cosme for the movie watch? Did you ever figure that out? I haven't, Sin. I'll be completely honest with you. I haven't as at the moment. I am going to look into it a little bit more, because on the movie watch I did with us, with the Spaghetti Man, I did that on my laptop. So when I did it on my laptop, it was, I was just watching it on my own. Everyone was watching it on theirs. But if we could all maybe share a screen and still be live on YouTube and not show the actual movie for copyright reasons, I definitely look into that. And if I can work that out, I would probably get rid of StreamYard, like the pro version I've got. But at the moment, I'm just using StreamYard. It's been serving its purpose. It helps. It's been good so far. So yeah, I'll definitely check it out, because I know you said it's really good and your friend gave you the advice, so I will. But thank you for that, saying. I'm going to write that down so I don't forget. I'm going to check it out after this stream. There we go. Got it wrote down. We've got the prestigious Spider Star. Hey, man, hope you're doing well. It says, even I can't wait to see Titanic watch. Oh, man, well, hey, it's awesome to hear that you're going to be joining along with us on Sundays. It's going to be fun. 7 p.m. UK time. The movie's about an hour 20, hour 30, maybe max. That's including the credits, so, maybe hour 27 or so. It's going to be a mess. Gonna be a mess for sure. Sin says, it's been a fun trip. Was able to hang with Chris Gore from Film Threat and Paulie from Latino Slant. Yeah, I know you're like really good friends with them, so that's really cool. A horror movie we watched, but a fun visit with them, so I guess it's worth it. Sin, if you're still watching, what movie did you watch? I'm definitely intrigued. I don't know if you'll have to comment later on. I'm a bit behind in the comments, so yeah, sorry guys, I will get to them. But sometimes watching the bad movie is always fun. I've got my brother Joe here. Hey Joe, are you doing well, man? Definitely go subscribe to my brother Joe. His name's not Jozar on YouTube. It is the Josen One. Go check him out. Very cool guy, and definitely a lot of entertainment related videos as well. So Really cool guy. As Prestigious says, I'll already kind of relate to this. Yeah, it's one of those. We all grow on YouTube, right? We all grow and we all have moments where, things go great. Sometimes they don't go so great, or you get discouragement, or you're on a high, and it's just battling through those emotions and carrying on and doing the best what you can, right? Marvel fan says, I've recently watched both series of Life of Mars for a second time. Yeah, I remember you saying that, man. Just finished it and now going back to Ashes, but I'm picking up more details on my first viewing. Yeah, you will, because I think whenever you watch any movie or series for the first time, you're so transfixed on picking up the story, learning who these characters are, learning what the world is that these characters are in, and just, taking it for what it is. But on a second time round, when you have seen a series or a movie, you know what happens, maybe the twist or turns, you can expect them. You pick up on the background details. For example, that happened to me last night when I watched Final Destination. So I rewatched the first Final Destination years. It's been years since I've seen that movie. And there was, certain pieces I picked up on. I was like, oh, there's a lot of foreshadowing, or the number 180 was in several different shots and different scenes, which predicts to the original flight, the 180, right? So it's always cool going back and watching that kind of stuff. Sorry. Okay. Sin says, oh, shucks, Mike, very kind of you to say. Hey, Sin, absolutely, mate, you're an amazing person. You guys all are as well, for that fact. For just, choosing to spend your Friday with me, you don't have to, but I really, really do appreciate it. So thank you, guys. Again, a little bit behind on the comments, but we'll get to them. Got Epic VFX here saying, yo, hey, Epic, hope you're doing well, man. Thanks for tuning in. Again, if you guys want to give the stream a thumbs up, really appreciate it. I think it's for the 3 dots up here, then you can do a thumbs up. At least it is when my brother's alive, so I know I usually do it that way. Or might be down below as well. I've got also Cole in the house. Hey, Cole, hope you're doing well, man. Thanks for tuning in. He says, need to watch American Pie tonight. Yeah. Well, let's see how the polls ended, right? Let's end the poll. Let's see. We've got 13 votes, and the results are in. We've got a staggering 84% to American Pie and 15% for Belle. Wow. It sounds like you guys aren't fans of anime, or at least you want to see American Pie for sure. So yes, tell you what, I will watch American Pie tonight. You guys have settled it, and I will leave a review on Letterboxd. So if you don't follow me on Letterboxd, link down below in the description box is for my Letterboxd. I do watch movies. If they may not get a review on Patreon or YouTube, they get a written review on Letterboxd. So definitely go over there, check that out. Sin says, we watched the American Society of Magical Negroes. Pretty much no one in the group liked it. Yeah, so that's a brand new movie. I'm not sure when we're getting that one, Sin, over here in the UK. Yeah, I'm not sure when we're getting that movie. I know it's not been well received by D. I know D Movieman reviewed it. He didn't like it. And I know Cinematic Tendency also reviewed it. And yeah, both guys didn't like the movie at all. So I'm not really surprised. I haven't heard great things. But yeah, let's see if we can start another poll. Here we go. So sorry guys, just get this poll going. There we go. Bit of an interactive poll, guys. Get you guys involved a little bit more as well. And feel free to join. And I hope you guys are having a good Friday as well. We have got TG5455 in the chat. Absolute legend. Really great supporter of the channel as well. So, hey, man, hope you're doing well. He says, plug your letterbox. I just did. Description box down below is a link tree. Merch, letterbox, Patreon, TikTok, all that good stuff. So feel free to check that out. Yeah, I've got quite a few comments to catch up on, guys. So sorry if I'm a little bit behind, but I really appreciate you leaving a comment. And yeah, if you're watching live, leave a comment, question, say hi, talk amongst each other, go subscribe to each other. Absolutely awesome. I've got Laura as well saying I subbed. Well, hey, Laura, thanks very much for tuning in and thanks for subbing. Really appreciate it. I think you might be brand new here. I could be wrong, but if you are, welcome. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it. And we've got Lone Lifters waving hello. So, hey, man, hope you're doing well. Thanks for tuning in. TG says, thank you. Yeah, absolutely, dude. And Cole says, how much is your Patreon? Because I know Joe cancelled his. Yeah, so my Patreon is £2 per month. membership start from £2. There's a £2 and a £5 tier, of course, different benefits and stuff. Any money that is raised from Patreon, guys, I've said this vocally and openly, and I'm going to say it here once again. I don't take that money as personal gain. It's not to go in my bank account and go spend on whatever I want to spend. Any money raised on Patreon goes back into the channel. At the moment, I haven't actually spent any of it, for different reasons. I'll probably make a video on that at some point in the future. So it's just kind of building up, and it's there for when the time comes, because I've got some really big plans. But again, I'll talk about that personally. Or if you want to know kind of more personally, message me on Instagram and I'll tell you. You know, I'm very open. So yeah, cool. £2 a month, dude. Mr. Dan and Horace here. Hey, Dan, hope you're doing well, man. Awesome person as well. So thank you, Dan, so much. He says hello, everyone. So hey, man, hope you're doing well. We've also got Taron here as well. Saying what's up, dude? Hey, Taron, hope you're doing well. You may be new here. I'm not sure. If so, I appreciate it, and thanks for tuning in. And 13 people live as this comment, so really appreciate it, guys. Thank you just so much for taking your Friday out to speak to me. Cole says the Porsche should be as Cole Hans. Yeah, Cole, you're a handsome dude, my friend. I guess so. Just call me TG. Yeah, absolutely, because that's why Tara calls me if you want to show it. Yeah, well, hey, TG, I appreciate it. And me and TG sometimes talk on Instagram and stuff as well. Really awesome person. I've got Jason, the Old Millennial, absolute legend. Hey, Jason, hope you're doing well. He says, hey, Mike, sounds like Drive Away Dolls wasn't very good. Oh, Jason, yeah, it wasn't. It wasn't. Now, very quickly on Drive Away Dolls, I've done a review on the channel. If you guys want to go check that out, go check that out. I do a bit of a rant video as well, so definitely go check that out. But yeah, it's one of those where Drive Away Dolls, Ryan from Raven O's Fan 89 didn't not like the movie, but I know Anthony Perez and Jackson from Horse 2 Cinema did like the movie to an extent. So I was like, okay, well, I'm in the middle. Obviously, I don't know what to expect. Yeah, it was awful. 84 minutes long, and I wish it ended 4 minutes in. Let me put it that way. D says, let's not go overboard, Mike. Sin did not care for Saltburn at all, so she can't be all that great. Yeah, Sin did not like Saltburn at all. One funny story, and I really wish I was off work. If I was off work, this could have been one of the greatest videos ever on my YouTube channel, but I'm at work, so I can't do it. But on Wednesday, coming up in next week, my local Cineworld, and Cineworld's all over the UK, they put on a movie for the like seniors. They call it Cine Seniors. So every Wednesday they put a movie on for like the older generation, and they put a movie on that's like fairly new. It's been out maybe for a few weeks or a few months, maybe just gone off cinemas, but they put it on for that one showing. And on Wednesday they're showing Saltburn, right? Now, if you've seen Saltburn or you've heard about this, imagine an older generation, and when I say older, I mean like 70 or 80-year-olds go out to this, right? Which is cool. It's awesome that Cineworld and cinemas support that, and you know, the older generation can still enjoy cinema. That's amazing. But imagine them sitting and watching Saltburn. Yeah, I don't know. So if I was off work, I was going to go to that showing, because you can go. I was going to maybe interview some of them at the end of it to see what their reactions are, but I'm working, unfortunately. So that video will never come to fruition at the moment. I'm good. I'm really good, because I think that would have been a great video. But either way, it's one of those. But yeah, Sin is still great though. See, even if she doesn't enjoy Saltburn, because I know you don't as well, D. So yeah. Cole says, Mike, how many subscribers are you to? For example, you're sub to Joe. Who else is there? Sorry, Cole. I don't know if I understand that comment. Mike, how many subscribers are you to for? For example, do you sub to Joe? Who else is there? Like, do you mean like who I'm sub to, Cole? Sorry. If you're still watching, Cole, let me know. I'm a bit confused by that. Sorry, and I'll come back to it. TG says, have a blast on Letterboxd. I know I am. Yeah, absolutely. I love Letterboxd. It's great to log my reviews on YouTube. Well, not reviews, sorry. Log my reviews on movies or shows that don't get covered on YouTube or Patreon, because there's a lot of times, guys, at night time, I'll watch a video and I haven't got the time to purposely like sit down and record a video for every movie I've seen on Patreon. Don't get me wrong, there is a lot of exclusives over there, so you're missing out on some exclusive videos you'll never see on YouTube. They're never going to go on YouTube. So all that stuff, if you're interested, is down below in this link. I'm not here to plug it too much unless you guys ask me about it, because I do that in every my videos anyway. D says, what advice would you give someone who struggles to use Letterboxd consistently? Because Aye, it ain't clicking with me at the moment. Okay, so I think that is a great question. What advice would I give someone struggling to use Letterboxd? So, my thoughts of this on Letterboxd. I love it for several reasons. Number one, as I've explained, videos that I don't do on YouTube or Patreon, I can put my written thoughts on Letterboxd. So if anyone's interested, they get to experience more of my thoughts on movies or shows that don't get covered on a video format. So at least they be like, oh well, okay. I wonder if Mike has seen American Pie. Oh, actually, yeah, cool. I can see he has. This is what you rate out of 5, and this was his thoughts. But maybe if someone hasn't seen the movie or it's been a while, and they're interested in what my opinion is, right? So that's number one. People who's interested in my opinion, which I appreciate anyone who generally is who else. So thank you guys. So that's number one. Number two, I am a person that loves to log things and keep things. So in terms of that, what I mean is I am going to do a live stream on this as well, guys. So keep an eye on the channel. But I have collected cinema tickets since 2005. So coming up nearly 20 years. And for me, I love going back into the box of tickets and being like, oh, wow, on this day, this time, I saw X movie, right? And I'm probably going to log all those movies on Letterboxd. So you're probably going to expect a big, massive spam, a lot of them, but I'm going to log them. And for me, that, I'm like, wow, I've got those memories. I've got this. Or, for example, D, for anyone about Letterboxd, is, say, for example, like last night, I watched Final Destination, right? Now, I might not watch that movie again for another 5 years, 10 years, 15, 2 months. I don't know. Or if I ever watch it again. But if I ever do, I can always go back to Letterboxd, which I may forget what I thought of the movie at the time. I can go back to Letterboxd, and then I can see at that point in time what my thoughts were on the movie. And then as years goes by, maybe my thoughts kind of develop more in terms of my taste for movies. Maybe I'll enjoy it as equally, enjoy it more or far less, depending on, because movie tastes change all the time with anyone who watches a movie or TV show. So for me, I would say it's great in terms of keeping a journal of what your thoughts were at the time when you last watched that movie or the first time you watched it. And also you can check other people's reviews in there and interact with them. And if someone who agrees with you or disagrees, you can see why they disagreed, and maybe it opens your opinion up on that movie as a whole, which maybe you didn't think about. So I know that was a bit of a long-winded answer, but that's my viewpoint on Letterboxd anyway. I absolutely love it. Absolutely love it. So yeah, D, thank you for the question. Thank you for the question. And yeah, sorry guys, I'm a little bit behind in the comments. I will get to them. I am not ignoring you. I'm just trying to give at least great answers, or at least an in-depth answer if you guys ask a question. Prestigious Spicer says, this might be silly, but is Letterboxd cost anything or no? So no, Prestigious, Letterboxd is completely free, which is even better. Now don't get me wrong, they have like a Patreon yearly subscription. You don't have to pay for that. You just get like alternative like poster art and see more stats. But no, dude, it's free. I use it all the time. It's free to sign up. You don't get like perks if you recommend anyone or anything like that. It's just a free platform where you can log anything you've watched. So yeah, definitely recommend it. One of the greatest things I've ever discovered. And I wish I discovered it if it was around in 2005. That would have been amazing. We've got Menagel in chat saying, hey Mike, you doing good? Hey man, hope I'm doing well. Hope you are too. Thanks for tuning in. He says, Godzilla X Kong out in 2 weeks. Yeah, it is. It is. I think it's the 30th or 29th it's out. Yeah, I'm intrigued. I'm definitely going to check it out for sure. And he says, I need some Godzilla and Kong in my life. Yeah, definitely. Definitely just, some just mindless entertainment for sure. For sure. A procedure says, yikes, that will be a it's always a salt-bound conversation, and Sin always walks in when that topic is brought up. I swear down, she loves that movie. She denies it all she wants, but I bet she loves that movie. I'm only kidding, but yeah, it's always funny. It always makes me laugh. We've got Patrick in the house. Hey, Patrick, the absolute living legend. Have Cheetah will review every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. He always does an interview with someone who's been in the movie, a director, a writer, someone on YouTube. Really, really great guy as well. So definitely go subscribe to Patrick. He says, I need Ouija Shark 3 this summer. Do we? I mean, it would be a fun movie to watch along with Patrick for sure. TG says, "Seen the Crow trailer?" Question mark. I have indeed. Now, I haven't seen the original Crow. I know you guys are like, well, shock, right? And no, I've never seen. I do intend it to go on my list. And before I watch the new one, I want to watch the original, of course. I wouldn't be surprised if they put it back in cinemas. I hope so. I would love to see it that way. Of course, the original Crow has such a legacy behind it. So yeah, I think the trailer was okay. Of course, I've never seen the original, so I've got no expectations or be like, oh yeah, this looks different because of X, Y, and Z reasons. I don't know that far, but from the trailer I saw, I thought, yeah, it looks okay. It looks okay. So we'll just have to wait and see. Mr. Dan says, "Dream bigger, Patrick. 3 and 4 in one summer." Wow, we no. Yeah, I mean, I guess if the film at the same time, maybe, Dan. Yeah, I'm not sure though. Patrick says, "Ouija 3 and 4 better than The Crow." Yeah, come on, surely is. TG says, "The trailer for the remake of The Crow was meh, but I'm interested to see how it goes." Yeah, I mean, I think it will be interesting because of the legacy and love that people have for the original. Again, I've never seen it, but a lot of people love the original, so it'll be interesting to see like comparisons between the two. If the new one changes much compared to the original, if it's better. I mean, I can't imagine it maybe is because everyone loves the original. We have to wait and see. We have to wait and see. But yeah, Sin says in regards to Letterboxd, I look at Letterboxd as a tool to help me keep track of movies I want to see and movies I've already seen, as well as a database for my reviews. So it's a good tool for that. Yeah, I completely agree, Sin. I couldn't agree more with you. I always love checking it out and seeing what I've seen, see like what I've given really high ratings to, see what I've given low ratings to, and see what my average score is for reviews as well. I'm usually sat between a 2.5 and a 3. Don't know if that says something about me, but either way. I've got Sai Robson. Hey, Sai, hope you're doing well, man. He says, "Evening. Hey, man, hope you're doing well. Thanks for tuning in." Mr. Dan says, "Birdemic 4. Oh, I've heard of Birdemic. I've never seen it, but it's definitely on the list for sure. Sin says, "I just came back to hear you talk about salt." Oh, Sin, how ironic, right? How ironic that time when you've come back to hear Saltburn and nothing else, right? We all know you love Saltburn. I just started using Critic List today too. Let me write that down. I'll be honest, Sin, I've never heard of that. I don't know what that is. I don't know if it's another written format like Rotten Tomatoes and Letterboxd and stuff, but I'll check that out, yeah. Patrick says, "I want to see Saltburn for Rosamund Pike." Yeah. I'd be interested to hear your thoughts, Patrick. It's on Amazon Prime as well at the moment for free, obviously, if you've got Amazon Prime. If not, I'm sure you can maybe see it elsewhere. But yeah, it's definitely interesting. That's all I'll say. I don't want to spoil anything if you've never seen it. TG saying you haven't seen the original Crow Shockface. Yeah, exactly. I've never seen it. But again, it's on the list. It will be coming. Don't you worry. Sai says you've put me off Drive Away Dolls. Yeah, you know the thing is, guys, whenever I do a review or give my thoughts on a movie, I always try to remain open and optimistic about it and try and give you guys a fair review because I believe every movie deserves a fair shot to an extent. Drive Away Dolls, I hated the movie. I really, really did. And don't get me wrong, you guys may have seen it or you may watch it and you might really enjoy it. Great. But I really didn't like it. But I'm never going to go on a channel and give you guys a review and say, "Oh yeah, that was amazing," and it was flat out terrible. I'm never going to do that, or vice versa. So yeah, I just had to be honest and open with you guys. Wow, enough. Did you see that? Yeah, definitely. Patrick says, "Ouija Shark versus Sharknado." I mean, that would be interesting. I've never seen the Sharknado movies, believe it or not. I've heard of them. I've seen bits and pieces and clips. That's about it. Procedure says I actually need to see the original as well. I'm guessing with the Crow. Yeah, again, it's one of those that it's not going anywhere. I'm sure it'll be on somewhere for streaming and stuff or physical media. So I will get to it as well. D says definitely, but if no one ever sees my reviews and it feels hard to build a following on there as well. I might try doing brief write-ups and linking. Yeah, so one thing I find that's also D is with Letterboxd, I always link my video review for anyone who's interested if they want to hear some longer form thoughts. If I do a video review, I'll always leave like a little short brief on Letterboxd. I'll be honest, D, yes, it's great to have a following on YouTube, TikTok, Letterboxd, Instagram. any platform, but my sole outlet is not Letterboxd. So I think if I build a following, I'm not going to say I'm not bothered because that's the wrong term. Because I would love to have more people following Letterboxd and more people maybe coming along and caring about what I write. But at the same time, it's there for anyone who's interested, and maybe random people may come across it and then come across the channel at the same time. So that's how I see it. That's how I see it. It's there for if people want to see more of my thoughts on movie or TV content that I don't cover on video forms. That's how I see it. TG says, have you bought some Coke spiced drink yet? I haven't, TG, simply because 2 reasons. Number one, I don't know if it's available in the UK. I mean, it could be. I haven't looked, but I don't know if it is. I've never seen it in the supermarkets. And number 2, I'm not a fan of spice food, so I can't imagine a spice drink would be nice. I know, again, I think you like it, and I've seen Dave interpreting everything is also checked it out. So if I see it in the shops and it's on one of those kind of displays, I'll probably pick one up. But I'm not in a rush to. Let me put it that way. D says, name an actor or actress who was the best part of a film that was otherwise forgettable or disappointing. I would have to go with Emily Blunt in The Girl on the Train. The adaptation was weak, but she was solid. Yeah, so D, well, sorry. Before I get to that question, D, apologies. Sai, I missed your question, so I won't go to that. He says, will you be watching Roadhouse next week when it drops? Yes, but I've not got high hopes because I saw the original Roadhouse for the first time last year. Really, really enjoyed it. Definitely want to get it on Blu-ray for the physical media collection. I love Jake Gyllenhaal. I think he's great. But Conor McGregor, I don't know who thought that was a good casting choice. Don't get me wrong. He could prove me wrong. And, I'll definitely will say that in a video review or Letterboxd review, however I cover it. But I've not got high hopes. I'll put it that way. And so back to Dee's question. He says, name an actor or actress who was the best part of a film that was otherwise forgettable or disappointing. I'd have to go with Emily Blunt and The Girl on the Train. Yeah. So, again, another great question, Dee. I don't know if it's one of those I'd have to maybe think of a little bit here. I'm just trying to think of a terrible movie which... who's the best part of a film? Okay, a little bit of a cop-out, and it's only because it's just coming from the top of my mind straight away. But I will give a bit more an in-depth answer if I can think more, D. So hold me to that. I'm going to go with the movie today. Drive Away Dolls. And the best part of the movie was Pedro Pascal. He's in it for about 5 minutes maximum. But it was easily the best part of the movie, most entertaining, and also really cool with what happens to him after the first 5 minutes. But the movie was terrible. So Pedro Pascal was really cool in that movie today for the very small runtime that he's in. Okay, here's another one. Jodie Comer in the movie recently was The Way We Start From, or Something We Start From. I can't remember the title. It's on YouTube. I did a review for. The movie itself was mediocre, pretty forgettable, but Jodie Comer was a fantastic performance. Probably one of her best performances in a movie that's probably wasted and not many people will see. So I'm going to go with that. Dan says the critic list site looks pretty cool. Well, I'm going to check. I'm going to check it out. I've wrote it down. Sai says, was Drive Away Dolls better or worse than Bottoms? Or are they on a level playing ground? That's a good question. I don't know if I rank them both the same. I'm not too sure. So, I'll be honest, Sai, a little bit different. Because Bottoms is about all high school based, right? Whereas Drive Away Dolls is more based on, they're just adults. So it's 2 different forms of comedy. Both of them equally terrible. If I had to pick one to watch, probably Drive Away Dolls because it's shorter. But equally, man, I can't really give you an answer because they're both flat out awful. in my personal opinion anyway. So that's how I'm going to answer that one for now, for sure. Yeah, a lot of chat between everyone, which is cool to see. Sai says Sam Rockwell was good in Argyle, which was poor. I agree. Sam Rockwell is great in anything he's in. But I agree about Argyle. The first half of it, again, this is on a letterbox review if you guys want to check that out. Argyle, the first half of it was pretty good. I actually liked the first half. I thought it was interesting, something a little bit different. It went in a different route, different direction. But then the second half of it just went off the walls, but not in a good way, pretty bad way, which let down the movie. So I agree. TG says Halle Bailey as Ariel in the remake. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I think she was really good. I agree. Patrick says, I wish Letterboxd would allow us to list TV series. It does, Patrick. When you first search on Letterboxd, it will automatically filter to movies, but if you go all the way along to the end, it says all. You type it in there and you'll find the TV series, so you can log them, my friend. You can. Let's have a look. Procedure says Ayman Vellani as Kamala Khan in the Marvels is the first thing I can think of. Yeah, I've not seen the Marvels. I'll be honest, I haven't got any intentions to. I'll be honest, but I've heard that Kamala Khan's the best part of it anyway. So yeah, not really surprised. Sin says, have to dip out now, work calls, hope everyone has a great weekend. Yeah, absolutely, Sin. Well, thanks for tuning in. Really, really do appreciate it, and I hope that your weekend goes great as well. We've got a few others ones. Read my profile picture for a prize. Says sup. Well, hey, hope you're doing well. Thanks for tuning in. Got Kirsty as well saying, hey, Mike, you okay? Hey, Kirsty, I'm doing great. Hope you are too. Thanks for tuning in. TG asks, how is this year's summer box office season looking? I don't know. Simply because, I'll be honest, TG, I don't know what's coming out in the summertime. If you know movies coming out in the summer, leave a comment and I'll be able to answer your question a little bit more. All I know what's coming out so far, I mean, I think Deadpool's coming out, so I think that will probably be $1 billion movie or £1 billion movie. I think it will hit that threshold for sure. Just because of like the hype for that movie will be big. I know we've got Godzilla and Kong soon. I think that will do okay. You know, they're always like dumb fun movies, so I think that will do well. I'm not sure what else is coming up. I'm not really too sure. So we'll end the poll on how is your Friday going. Let's see what the answers is. We've got 89% of 19 votes say they're having a good Friday, which is awesome, and 10% bad. Well, yeah, well, sorry to hear if you're having a bad Friday so far. If you want to talk about it, feel free, or drop me a message on Instagram. Inbox is always open. I hope you have a good, remaining Friday anyway. Patrick's just here saying you will really like American Pie, Mike. It's so good and has a huge heart. Yeah, so Patrick, I've seen every American Pie. The only reason I put in the poll is because I haven't seen them in a long time. So I'm going to rewatch them all. But I've seen them all, my friend, and I love this franchise. I really, really do. So I'm really looking forward to going back to them. Read my profile says, I'm subbing. Awesome. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it. Means a lot. Kirsty says she's doing good. Awesome. Glad to hear it, Kirsty. Glad that you're doing well, and thank you for tuning in. Again, if you guys are watching live, 3 dots up here it might be to give it a thumbs up, or just down below, give it a thumbs up and subscribe as well. Really appreciate it. TG says, any music you like listening to? Yeah, so cliche as it is, I love listening to all sorts of music, but at the moment, if I'm listening to music, it's either country music. I'm a huge country music, which you may not even guessed, and I also love a lot of anime and Japanese pop. So if you don't know that, that's what I love. Yeah, love Japanese pop music at the moment. Like, listen to it like constantly at the moment. But I listen to all sorts. Sai says, I think Ghostbusters will do well at the box office. I think, I'll be honest, I think it's going to be a bit of a mixed bag. Simply because it depends if people... Well, of course, you're going to have fans of the original who's going to go see Ghostbusters. So you got the money there. You've got maybe people who have seen Afterlife and go see the new one. It's going to be there. And then you've got people who Ghostbusters Frozen Empire will go see it, as it's going to be like kind of like a spring movie. And I don't think there's anything really out at the moment to compete with that, except from King Kong, Godzilla X Kong, which comes out soon. So I think those two will compete against each other. I think Godzilla will make more money out the two, but I think it'll still do well. I mean, I'm definitely going to go see it. I think when it comes out, I'm actually working, so I'll not see it until like the weekend, like end of the weekend or week after. But yeah, definitely going to check it out for sure. Let's have a look. Let's start another poll. Let's have a look. There we go. Get you guys involved there. Paul, if you guys want to vote, read my profile picture with the thumbs up. Hey, well, thanks, man. Appreciate it. Feel free to give it a like as well if you already haven't. Appreciate the like, guys. Prestigious says, "Ooh, country." I'll be honest, Prestigious. So, I never used to like country music. And I used to, well, not so much not like country music, but I never would go out my way to listen to it. But over the years, I've just gained a real appreciation for it. So yeah, man, I really do dig it. I will be honest. Kirsty, I'm going to get to your question in a second. I haven't ignored it. TG's just in relation with music says, I'll listen to anything, but I usually tend to listen to bands like Deftones, Slipknot, Stained, Static X, Korn, and many more. Yeah, I mean, there's some bands I have heard. Don't get me wrong. I'll be honest, none of them are on my playlists or anything. I'm not going to be here like, oh yeah, they are. They're not. But I do like some of the songs, and I went to the For Love of Horror in Manchester 2 years ago, and Corey Taylor was there, so that was really cool. My partner got a photo with him, which was awesome. She said he was a really cool guy. So yeah, Slipknot are cool. So Kirsty asked, what do you do for work, Mike? So I work in a fraud department. I work in a fraud department for an establishment. That's all I'll say. I'm not going to tell which establishment that is, but that's what I do. So kind of call center based. I do 4 shifts and I get 4 days off, but the 4 shifts are 11-hour shifts in a row. So as you guys can imagine, I don't usually tend to do a lot of YouTube in that time because I'm talking for like nearly 11 hours a day. Well, 9 and a bit hours if you could take away breaks. So my voice for the next in those 4 days is pretty much gone. Let me put it like that. But that's what I do for work. D says, let's flip it around. What's the worst casting or performance in a film that was otherwise enjoyable or well made? There's an obvious answer for me, but instead I'll go with Matt Damon in The Last Duel and Tom Hanks in Elvis. They worked my nerves to nowhere. Yeah, Diane, I know that you weren't huge on Tom Hanks in Elvis. Matt Damon in The Last Duel, I can't comment. I've not seen that one. I have yet to see it. I'm not huge on Ridley Scott, I'll be honest. But I still want to check it out, just out of curiosity. But it's a great question. What's the worst casting or performance in a film that was otherwise enjoyable? Okay, here's a one straight away I can answer off the bat. 17 people watching as well. Thank you guys for watching. Feel free to drop a thumbs up, like the stream, subscribe, leave a comment, question, whatever you want to do. Really appreciate you watching. Here for me. So D, for me, worst casting, Renfield. You've got a great casting of Nicholas Hoult and Nicolas Cage. Both guys who I think are doing really good performances, especially Nicolas Cage. And then you have Awkwafina. Now, I don't like Awkwafina to start with. You guys may know that already. But it wasn't as if she was casted in the movie and she did a good job. She was flat out terrible. She was the worst part of the movie. And also one of my biggest negatives with the movie. So yeah, D, for me, easily top of my mind, Awkwafina. For sure. Don't understand it. I have not seen a good performance of Awkwafina. I know everyone says, Mike, you should watch The Farewell. She's great in that. And I will. And I'll be open and honest. But at the moment, yeah. I mean, that woman must... And fair play to her. She's got to pay bills, right? I understand, the work's work, right? But that woman must go around every Hollywood studio cast board, whether it's like a cameo, a voice work, or an extra. She must go around all of them, and her agent must be like, right, sign me up for this, and this. Fit me in the schedules. I can do this voice work, this, and this time. And she's in bloody everything. She really, really is. Like TG saying, and she's in everything. She is. She's in far too much, in my own opinion. Read My Profile says, what's your favourite video game? Yeah, I answered this before, dude, but my favourite video game is Ratchet and Clank. Always loved that series, always will. Kirsty says, 4 on 4 off, it's not too bad. No, not really. No, mate, understanding you can't really say we're in line of work. Yeah, I mean, I could, Kirsty, I'll be honest, but I just don't want to. You know, I like to keep certain things private than on YouTube and personal life-wise. And I just don't think, you know, people need to know where I work. It's not important, I'll be honest. The fact is, I've got a full-time job, I pay tax, all good. But yeah, 4 on 4 is not too bad. I'll be honest, Kirsty, for me, right now, it would be hard to adjust to a 9 to 5 job simply because of doing 4 on 4 off, but also the fact that I like it suits my lifestyle a little bit more. So, for example, I'm on my first day off of 4, and the next 3 days I've got, you know, I can go to the cinema, I can go to the gym, which I love doing in my free time. I can go see friends, I can go see family, I can basically go do what I want. I can record loads of YouTube if I want to record loads of YouTube, or do like an impromptu stream like this. So I really like the flexibility. If I went back to a normal 5-day week job, I think I'd struggle a little bit. I've done it before. I used to do it for like 10 years. Then I learned 4 on 4 off, and I was like, wow, this is a real life and game changer. Read My Profile says, I like your Lego. Good choices. Hey, well, thanks, dude. Yeah, got quite a bit of Lego like here. Got some there as well. I see I got some Lego, which if you guys missed the live stream the other day, I actually showed these off, but I'll show them again. I got this Lego Japan postcard set. So I'm actually going to do this on a live stream. So keep an eye out for that. I'm going to do a live stream of building this Lego set, like little Japanese postcard set, which is really cool. And I've also got this festival calendar. Now it does say 2024, and you might be like, Mike, like it's March coming into April. I don't know if this released in January, and also I'm going to get this to change to a 5 as well, so I can do it next year and like the years after and stuff. So yeah, that's my plan anyway. So I'm going to be building these two live, probably on separate streams, and I will put them out in advance. It's not going to be like an impromptu like this. They're going to be in advance so you guys can join along and watch along and stuff as well. So yeah, keep an eye for that. And I've also got more Lego, like for example, this bonsai tree. I'm probably going to build that on a live stream as well. So keep an eye out for that. We've got Aquafina got accused of having an accent. Wow. Okay, that's strange. I just don't know. That's how she talks. I mean, I don't know. I could be wrong. Prestige says her and Tiffany Haddish kind of have or had a thing going. I get. I mean, I don't know. Hollywood loves Aquafina. Yeah, right. You know this, Jason, because she's got like the most flexible schedule ever. I mean, I could be wrong, but it seems like she has, and she's like, oh yeah, I'm available for projects. Just tell me time and place, and I'm there. So I think that's why. Sai says Aquafina is my second most annoying actress. Melissa McCarthy is the worst. Yes, Sai, you absolute legend. I agree. Imagine those two in a movie. Oh boy. Actually, I don't want to imagine that, but imagine if they did a movie together. Oh, that would be rough. That would be really rough. Rima Bro says, nice, I'll be in a stream if I can. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And TG says, save the trees, dude. Exactly. I will. Don't worry. Because you can actually change that as like the green or pink as well for like the cherry blossom season, which is really cool. So I always keep the cardboard as well and stuff like that. So I will. Read My Profile says, wait, what? That's real? It's now giving us the facts. Hey, people dropping facts like no tomorrow. Well, yeah, let's end this poll. Will Godzilla X Kong be any good? We've got a 61% at no. Wow. Okay. And 38% saying yes. A massive disadvantage for a no there, for sure. But again, it depends on your movie taste, your preference, what you think of it expectation-wise, all that kind of stuff. But I could get it with you guys that are saying no. I can get where you're coming from. I'll be quite frank. I really, really can. But yeah, I tell you what. We will put another poll up in a second. But we've got the legend Ryan Swales in the chat. Go check out Ryan. Really cool guy. He says, was about to put music on to work out to. But seeing the legend was on. I appreciate you, Ryan. Really do, man. Godzilla X Kong can only hope for good fights. Yeah, 100%, dude. 100%. I mean, let's hope it's going to be good. I mean, let's get another poll going. You guys can join in as well, as always. Let's have a look. Yeah, let's do another movie one, guys. There we go. Got another poll on the go. Feel free to join, guys, and vote if you like to. And TG says, voted no because I have a feeling it's going to be disappointing. I can understand. Yeah, I think it really just depends on your expectation level for Godzilla X Kong, or if you like the other ones like Skull Island or Legend, King of Monsters and all that kind of stuff, for Godzilla versus Kong. So it really depends. Read my brother saying Ryan Swales, I'm a sub. Yeah, absolutely. Ryan's a really lovely guy and really cool guy as well. Definitely go check him out. D says, I was intrigued before I saw the trailer. Looks a little struggly to me. I'll give it a chance, but yeah, D, I can completely get where you're coming from. Again, I don't think it looks amazing personally. I feel like the trailer has shown a lot of what's going to happen, which, I mean, it always does nowadays anyway. But yeah, I think it's one of those things where, at best, I think it's going to be a fun action popcorn, turn your brain off kind of flick maximum, and leave your brain at the door kind of movies, which I know they are usually always are, but it's not going to be any kind of Godzilla -1 level kind of movie. Prestigious says, my vote's on Tall Dog, only for Ghostbusters. Oh man, well, that's going to be interesting. Yeah, I mean, I'm definitely intrigued if Ghostbusters will be any good, for sure. Oh, I don't know if D was maybe talking about Ghostbusters, but yeah, a little bit the same, D. Yeah, I think it's cool that they're going with like the Frozen element. I like that. It's a little bit different. But I think bringing the original cast back, like, every single time, I don't know if I agree with that decision personally. Or sometimes I might feel like they need to throw them in just to get like butts in seats. So yeah, definitely intrigued. Them old men still got it. Hey man, we'll see. D says, what's your favourite MonsterVerse film thus far? I did not care for King of Monsters outside the final sequence with yeah, of course, Mothra and Rodin. Kong Skull Island. Yeah, so D, I definitely agree. Kong Skull Island was my favourite one. It was my most enjoyable one. And it's probably the one that I would go back and rewatch probably the most. King of Monsters, I wasn't a fan of, apart from the last part. I agree with you 100%. The humans were terrible. I think they learned versus Godzilla versus Kong, where they didn't have as many in. So I agree 100%. It'd probably be Kong Skull Island and then Godzilla versus Kong, I think, yeah. I agree. A couple of chat between everyone. That's cool. Procedure says, I like to think it's for one last time, but you might not be wrong. I think it depends. I'll be honest. Whether it's Godzilla, whether it is King Kong, whether it's Ghostbusters, if these IPs make money, which they do, and if these studios produce original content that don't make money, which sometimes it happens if we don't go out and support it on cinemas or streaming, they're not going to make sequels. They're going to go back to known IPs and they're going to make sequels, remakes, reboots because of that reason. So it's important to support movies, whether it's in cinemas, streaming, physical media, whatever method. It's really important to support them, especially more original ideas, because the more they do original ideas, the more we support them, the more these studios are going to put those movies out. Whereas if we don't support them, we are going to get more IP stuff, which is not a bad thing necessarily, but sometimes you think, why does IP need to be touched? Sometimes the answer is it doesn't. Simple as that. Ryan says, will you be building the bonsai tree? Yes, Ryan, I will. So I just showed before, dude, you may have just missed it, but a few minutes ago I showed a Lego Japan postcard and a Lego calendar. I'm going to be building both of those, and I'm going to be building the bonsai tree. They're all going to be live, all separate streams, because obviously they're all going to take different amounts of times. But they're all going to be separate streams. I will be building them live. They will be in advance, so you guys will have plenty of time to know when it's going to come. And those streams are going to just be like a build and chat, basically. Whether it's going to be like it'll probably be like a nighttime stream, so more people can watch and more people can tune in. Because if it's through the day, you guys may be at school, you may be at work, you may be at college, whatever, right? And I want more people to be able to tune in. So at least more conversation, you guys can enjoy Lego build and something a little bit different, for sure. And yeah, a lot of pound signs, a lot of dollar signs more than anything. Yeah, I agree. And studios love money. They do indeed. Procedure says, I need to finish King of Monsters and Godzilla vs. Kong, but the 2000 Godzilla was the best to me. I'll be honest, Procedures, that's the one I haven't seen. I've heard it's meant to be pretty good, apart from there's not a lot of Godzilla action, which necessarily isn't a bad thing as long as you've got an interesting story. But I've still not seen it. Not yet. Not yet, I haven't. Let's have a look. But yeah, I'm glad to hear that you enjoy that original one. That's really cool. I will check it out at some point. TG says, how's the weather over there? Well, I look out my blinds and it is pitch dark and it's a little bit colder now at night. So, yeah, not great. But to be honest, a little bit earlier on, it was actually quite warm, and that's why I was wearing this raincoat and not one of my thick jackets I normally have on in my videos. So the weather earlier was actually really nice. Yeah, it makes a change. Read my profile saying, is it a nice place you live at? And here in England rains a lot. Well, yeah, profile, I live in England as well, so I know how you feel. Procedure says, we can enjoy an IP, but we need more things like Last Duel, the creator Poor Things, and other original things. I agree. I 100% agree. I absolutely loved Poor Things. The creator I wasn't huge on, but I kind of admired the fact that for the budget it had, it looked absolutely amazing, because it really, really did. I know a lot of people like that movie as well, which is great. We are going to end this poll because it will be the last one of the night. Will Ghost is supposed to be any good? 14 votes, literally split down the middle, half and half. That's interesting. I definitely get where people's coming from. But yeah, Poor Things was great. Ryan says, have you seen the Crow? Have you seen the new Crow trailer? I'm very mixed on it. Yeah, dude, I have. Yeah, I was saying earlier, I've never seen the original. So I can't comment. But yeah, I thought the trailer looked okay. I thought it looked okay. I need to watch the original first to gain a judgment of it, really. TG says, spring came early over here than expected. Yeah, I've heard Ryan Raven O's fan 89 lives in Florida. He was saying it was really warm out today. So yeah, I think it depends. It really, really depends, really. And TG says it's a night over there. It's 3:16 here. Yeah, so it's 8:15. Well, obviously coming up 8:16 now. Yeah, so it's nighttime over here, dude. It's pitch dark. We always get really early, darker nights at the moment. Probably until the clocks go forward, and then we'll start getting lighter nights, of course. But yeah, guys, I'm going to wrap it up here because I want to get settled down for the night. I'm going to go watch American Pie. You can see my review for that on Letterboxd. If you don't follow me on Letterboxd, link down below in the description box. You can go and join me from there. You can also join Patreon, shop some merch. My debut novel is also available. Go check all that good stuff out. But thank you guys for tuning in live or after the fact. Really, really appreciate it. Hope you guys have a lovely Friday, whatever you choose to spend it with. Hope you guys have a fantastic weekend as well. Just to let you know, I have got a video coming out tomorrow night for the movie Immaculate, which is starring Sydney Sweeney, her new horror movie. I'm checking that out early tomorrow night. There will be a review on the channel, so stay tuned. But in the meantime, you can check out Drive Away Dolls review. That is also live. Appreciate you guys watching. Appreciate all the new subscribers as well, and everyone who's already subbed. Come back. Appreciate you guys. Love you all. Appreciate you all. Have a great night. Take care. See you, TG. See you, Marvel. See you, Read Profile. Ryan D, Movieman, Viewer Drew, and everyone else who tuned in. Take care, guys. See you later.